Hello, Amanda.
Hello.
Welcome back. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Now, I see that your husband is not here. You only had one responsibility. That was to make sure that he is here. Should we be expecting him?
He wasn't able to get off work.
All right. Well, let me put it this way. You're going to be needing to make some important medical decisions and important financial decisions today. Are you ready and prepared to do that by yourself, or do we need to get you rescheduled?
No, I'm ready. Yeah, I talked to him. We're all set to go.
All right. Well, I want to make sure I got my notes right here before we get started with your results, okay? You told me that you've been having low back pain for about 7 to 8 years. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And this all happened after a motor vehicle accident. It's been on and off ever since. It actually goes down that right side to the knee. The only way that you're able to get it to relax is over-the-counter meds, ice, things like that. It's very temporary, but it at least helps you go to sleep. Is that correct? You also told me that you've been having constipation, and that as this problem gets worse, your constipation has gotten worse. Is that about right as well?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. When you were younger, you also went to the chiropractor for pain in your mid-back, but this is also affecting you at a much deeper level now. You're not able to go on bike rides with your kids. You're not able to enjoy time with your kids. You're not able to enjoy your downtime just relaxing either. And it's also making your job as a CNA much more difficult. Is that about everything that you told me?
Absolutely.
All right. So before I go over your findings, I want to show you what normal and healthy looks like. All right.
Okay.
Now this is the low back from the side. This is front. This is back. These box-shaped structures are vertebrae. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is your tailbone where you sit. All right. Does that all make sense there?
Mm-hmm.
The second structure I want you to remember and consider are the discs. Now the discs as shock absorbers, they help you move, they help you run and walk, they help you with your job as a CNA, but they most importantly keep the bones from touching each other and keep you from being bone on bone. The third structure here is this hole, or you can also call them foramen. All right. Now the holes are where the nerves come out of, and that's the nerve that goes down your knee. But it also has a different connection, the nerve that goes into your gut and your intestine that is not letting you go to the bathroom properly. Does that make sense to you now?
Mm-hmm.
So now that you know those 3 important structures here and what this looks like, I want you to keep this picture in the back of your mind. Amanda, this is your low back. What do you see?
There's not quite as much space in between here.
Mm-hmm. All right, 1 second. Amanda, this is what normal and healthy looks like.
Okay.
You see how they're nice and uniform throughout?
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, this is yours. What do you see?
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Right under there.
Mm-hmm. What you have is severe DDD. What is DDD? Degenerative disc disease. And just like any other disease, heart disease, kidney disease, cancer, this will get worse as it continues on, okay? Now with that being said, how we're going to fix this is through spinal decompression therapy, all right? It's non-surgical, and what we're basically going to do is pump the bones open and closed, okay, for your low back, and as we go out, good fluid comes in, and as we compress it, bad fluid goes out. Does that make sense to you? That's how we're going to rehydrate the disc and get you looking as close back to this as possible. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's also going to be helping you with your constipation along the way. Getting pressure off of that nerve is the most crucial component to this, all right? So for your treatment plan, there's 2 different ways to do this. We can manage your symptoms, see you whenever you want, try to get you feeling better, or we can fix the problem as much as humanly possible and make sure you never have to deal with this again. What seems like the better way for you?
Fixing that.
Fixing the problem. We agree. So with that, what your treatment plan will look like is about 32 visits over the next 6 to 7 months. All right. We'll want to see you more frequently up front to make sure that you can, while you're unstabilized, we're trying to get you stabilized. And as we get you more and more stabilized, we will be cutting your appointments down further and further, all right, with the frequency.
Okay.
One of the things I just told you about was the chronic inflammation here, and that's responsible for the chronic pain that you've been feeling. So wouldn't it be a good idea, as we're getting these discs back and restructured here, to make sure that it heals in the right place?
Mm-hmm.
So for that, with each appointment, you will be getting low-level light therapy, all right? It's class 4 laser therapy that actually gets healing to happen faster and gets inflammation out between the joints extremely effectively as well.
Okay.
And with that, we're also going to be putting you on a supplement called NAC. Have you ever had NAC or heard of it?
I've heard of it. I've never tried it though.
Okay. NAC produces a super antioxidant called glutathione in your body, and it helps get rid of chronic inflammation and pain. It's just another piece to the puzzle that's going to help you be able to fight this from all different angles and make sure that we get you better as fast as possible. I'm also going to be putting on some pain creams for you in your prescription as well. One you're going to use throughout the day, one you're going to use only at night before bed, just to make your bad days a bit better and your sleeping a bit easier, so you don't have to take Tylenol or ibuprofen that's going to hurt your gut more long term anymore.
Okay.
Make sense? This last page here is just do's and don'ts. I expect you to be here for all of your therapies, or else we won't be able to help you. I expect you to take a 5 to 10 minute walk after every appointment as well, to make sure that you're keeping your spine loose. Quit sleeping on your stomach. That's only going to hurt you. So make sure that you start sleeping on your back. And when you do, put a pillow underneath your knees, or if you're sleeping on your side, put a pillow between your knees to keep your spine neutral. Okay. The rest of this here, I'm expecting you to take a good look at. That way you understand everything that is expected of you and everything that's expected of me as well. Because at the end of the day, this is a 50-50 relationship now. If we don't do the best thing for you here in the office, you can do anything at home, but it's not going to work as well. Just like if we do everything here in the office and you don't do anything at home and you just sit in your lazy boy all the time and put a lot of pressure on the low back, it's not going to go very well for you. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you know everything now. Ashley, you've heard everything that Amanda is going through. It's ruining her life. It's taking over her ability to spend time with her kids. It's taking over her ability to do her job well. I don't know what the schedule looks like, but she needs to get started with care immediately. All right. So with that, please go over her investment in time and money and get some good days that works well for her and get her started today. All right. Amanda, the only thing that I ask of you is, once you start getting better now, they're going to get you on the schedule and we're going to be doing everything possible for you. We're going to give you 110% of our effort. But the only thing that I expect of you once you start getting better here is for you to start being a beacon of hope. There's too many people out there getting unnecessary surgeries, unnecessary injections, unnecessary medications that could have been helped all along with natural, non-invasive, non-surgical options like we do here. Can I expect that same from you once you start getting better?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I enjoyed seeing you again today. Be blessed, and call me in if you need any help. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.